So BCC, you guys are about to get the MR2. So I'm gonna hop in the truck here and get this thing up there, pick out some paint colors. And here we are 2 weeks later, and the MR2 is back. It is looking very nice. Huge shout out to BCC Unlimited. This color is insane. Alright guys, well welcome back. We've got some more MR2 content for you today. We've got the Auto GlassMasters in the house again today. You guys probably remember them from the EK project. They put the back glass in on that for me. And they're back again today with some glass for the MR2. You guys know, we actually removed the windshield on this car. There's no glass in here. We removed the glass on this car because there was some rust starting down here. And now it's time to go ahead and put a new piece of glass in. The plan is for them just to pop this in and get us set so that we can start putting the interior back in the MR2. So I'm gonna let these guys do their thing and get out of their way. All right, well, I went into the office for 10 minutes to catch up on some emails, and these guys have already got the glass in place. So one thing about the cars that I typically replace glass in, I always like to use this universal molding. I don't know, it looks super clean to me, and you don't have to run an OE molding that a lot of times on these mid-early JDM cars is no longer made or discontinued. And the universal molding for me just really cleans up the overall look. Nice job, boys. All right, so special shout out to our friends at Auto GlassMasters. If you guys are in need of a new windshield or any type of glass repair, feel free to give them a look if you're in the Southern California area. They are actually located in Temecula? Temecula, yeah. Huge shout out to Auto GlassMasters for making this a quick and easy morning for us. And now we can get back to putting this interior back in the car.
Several days later.
All right, well, we're out here at the shop this morning to a new motor for the MR2. All of our engine stands are currently being used because we got a lot of projects going on right now, so I just had to use the hoist to get this thing in the shop. But man, this is looking pretty good. It's gonna need a good power wash, but pretty excited on this one. As you guys can see, it's a V6. Got here. Woo! Hopefully good. That's a big engine.
This is our new engine for the MR2. It is a 2GR FE, which is out of the Sienna, Camry, I think RAV4, and a bunch of other cars. This is a 3.5 liter V6, and it is going to make this MR2 awesome. To take a second to go over some of the other parts that we've got laid out here, because as you can see, we've got a full project ahead of us. We've got a ton of work to do, and that doesn't even cover some of the exterior stuff that's still on the way. So these are our drivetrain parts from ACT: clutch, flywheel. Here's the engine. We have a new clamshell for the interior. This is actually a reproduction unit. This is from a company called MR2 Heaven. Inside this box, we have all of our new OEM shifter stuff. We got new fog lights. We got new headlights. We got new turn signals. We've got a whole slew of things from Mishimoto. So huge thank you to Mishimoto. This is the MR2 Heaven engine deck lid that houses some fans. So this is in carbon fiber. It's got this plastic over it, which will look really nice under the composites style grill there. This is a rear diffuser. And then of course, we have our Sparco QRT-C. That's the carbon back version of the QRT technology. a new Sparco steering wheel, hub, and quick release. So because our lifts are consumed with the Civic and the Tesla right now, we're gonna go ahead and today's project is gonna be starting to put back the interior into the MR2 with all the new Sparco goodies and all the new OEM stuff we got. So without further ado, let's get started.
All right, so while TJ is over there ordering lunch and Evan's inside scrubbing the interior, I got some struts for the front hood or the frunk area. These actually will help us a lot because we don't have a, right now we use an ice hockey stick, as you can see there, to hold up the hood and a lot of the other hoods around the shop. But with these new struts from MR2 Heaven, we won't need that anymore, which is kind of rad. So I'm gonna go ahead and install those real quick. All right, well that's the install on our MR2 hood struts. If you guys have an MR2, you want to get a set of these, you can pick them up at MR2 Heaven. You can click the link in the description below and get you a set.
What's up, guys? I wanted to just make a quick announcement. A huge thank you to Alex over at Wilhelm Raceworks. So Alex is a huge MR2 enthusiast. He has this business where he makes some really cool products for the SW20 chassis, including these seat brackets, which we're using. Because this car is so small, you really need to use a really low profile bracket to make sure that the seats don't hit the ceiling. Alex has these products that he's developed, and so far so good on the passenger side. So while Mickey's wrapping that up, I'm gonna go ahead and get the driver's side all ready to go, and we'll toss these in.
We'll say so far I'm really happy with the quality of the product. I mean, everything is bolted straight in. Usually when you're dealing with seat brackets, as you guys probably know if you've ever installed a set of these, it's usually a bit of the Wild West trying to get everything to line up on it. This stuff just plunked right into the holes.
And man, do those Sparco QRT-C look good.
This particular car is a bit tricky because there's not a lot of room inside here to work. But as you can see, we successfully got this chair in there. The Wilhelm racing brackets are very nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock the driver's side out now. And should be done with the seats for a while. Oh, and we'll move on to the steering wheel. All right, so we got a reproduction clamshell for the MR2 here. This is a really brittle part on all these early, well, cars in general, but MR2 specifically. This is a nice version of it. Has the wrinkle coat on it already and everything. And I've already test fit it and it fits really good. I don't want to break this, so I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna go ahead and put the steering wheel hub and quick release adapter on, and we'll put that top clamshell portion on once the stereo's in the car. All right, so I got our steering wheel hub. This is a hub adapter, so you can put an aftermarket steering wheel on any car really, but you have to have a specific hub adapter. This is the Toyota hub adapter from Sparco. I've got it lined up, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the center nut. These nuts. Back on the column. Now we'll put the pretty little cover on. As you can see, our Wilhelm plate here is really nice. It closes off the gap that the steering column cover creates for the stock steering wheel, because the stock steering wheel is much bigger. You don't see that. This plate that you add in here from Wilhelm Racing really tidies up the look, so once we put all this on, you won't see a gap back here. All right, well that's that. So our Sparco steering wheel is on. We've got our quick release mount on here, which is awesome. So now we can take the steering wheel out when we want to get in and out of these race buckets, just a little more leg clearance and those sorts of things. So, man, I love these Sparco quick releases, because a lot of times when you use a cheap China-made quick release, there's a little bit of slop and play in the wheel. But as you can see here, this is a direct bolt in. There's no play, no slop, it's direct feel directly. The suede on the Sparco wheels is second to none in my opinion. And the overall look and feel of it is awesome. The new seating position is great. Can't wait to give this thing a rip around the track. All right guys, so moving on the MR2 project, our head unit finally showed up today. We waited to the last minute to order this. Enon was kind enough to get it to us here in a pretty quick hurry. So this is actually our dash panel for the MR2. And as you can see, it already has a doubled in cutout, which is really nice. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade the cigarette lighter. We're gonna take this out because who uses cigarette lighters anymore? We're gonna actually upgrade it with a voltmeter and a dual USB plug-in like we did in the Bad Apple. Allows you to keep your eye on what your battery's voltage is and also have a nice convenient way to plug in your phone or any accessories. So what we have here is an Android 9.0 Enon head unit. Again, this is a doubled in. Enon's awesome. They come with all the prying tools and wiring, everything you need for your head unit install. Basic doubled in touchscreen features and all right, so really basic doubled in we wanted for this because it is an older car. We don't want anything too flashy, but we definitely want something to modernize the interior. The one I put in the Bad Apple did a great job of that, and this one is also going to do the same. It did come with an adapter so that you can plug your device into it and basically screen share everything onto here. Comes with a navigation antenna and all the bits you need to make this thing basically perform. So we're gonna go ahead and get to installing this, but I see Big Jeff over there coming out of the corner of my eye with a little box that we've been expecting. Throw that right there, Pop.
Ooh, we've been waiting on this.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
So this is from Frankenstein Motorworks. This is a gentleman named Mark, who is sort of the pioneer in the
2GR
in
world.
the 2GR world of conversions for the SW20.
I like the name of the company. He was explaining to me where that came from, and he used to just build all these crazy off-the-wall builds. He actually has an MR2 with a helicopter engine. He has a YouTube channel as well, so we'll go ahead and link that down below if you want to check that out, but let's see what's inside. Everything is packaged up super well.
This is an ECU, it looks like. Ooh, all the horsepower is for us, boys.
So I believe it's a RAV4 ECU that he works his magic on.
This is going to allow our 2GR to work in our MR2.
So the reason why Mark customizes the ECUs is because almost every 2GR, with the exception of the Lotus Evora, is an automatic transmission. So he basically disables any of the codes on there. So now it'll run a manual transmission.
And also slow.
Yeah, no one needs an automatic. It's all the products that we're unboxing, everything's gonna be in the description below if you guys wanna check it out. But what do you got there?
Got a MAF neck here. So this is for the mass airflow sensor.
A velocity stack in there.
Looks like we'll make a little mount for it, and
Very nice. Wow.
it's a cast part.
Cast piece.
So this fancy little bit of billet aluminum is our drive-by-wire pedal adapter. So we will be needing a drive-by-wire pedal, which I didn't know. Did you order that?
No. So it looks like we're gonna have to go ahead and source a new accelerator pedal to make that work. Not too big of an expense on that. This should be pretty cheap at the junkyard, I'd say. So to install the 2GR into the MR2, you actually retain, I think, 2 or 3 of the factory mounts, but you need this guy here to complete the setup.
Oh, this is a really nice part.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, this is the filter, dude.
Wow. That's a beast. Nice AEM. Gaskets or those
gaskets.
Crazy.
Two doors of manifold.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Plating on there. It's all shiny. Man, we're gonna win some car shows with this one, buddy. We don't usually do shiny.
I think we really talked about it, is why do we choose the 2GR FE? So one, the power. So 2GR with the Frankenstein Motorworks stuff, all of the components, and couple extra little mods should make anywhere from 270 to 300 horsepower to the wheels, which in a light car like this is gonna be a lot of fun. And the second reason is because of the sound. So let's go ahead and insert a clip of a 2GR swapped MR2. Enjoy it. hooked us up. Frankenstein Motorworks.
Alright, so the Enon head unit is prepped and ready to go in the car. I haven't tackled any of the wiring yet. I just want to get the head unit actually placed in the position it's going to be in to bolt in. And if you guys have played around with 90s Japanese cars, you know that a lot of the times the head units came with their own brackets on the side to locate the head unit. So we had to reuse some factory side brackets that have been reused a couple times, it appears. And they're not the prettiest, but I went ahead and cleaned them up the best I can. And I think we got it figured out. I think we've got it in a good location here. Once we get everything fitted up, we'll do all the wiring, power it up, and it'll be done. So.
And that's important because once you finish the head unit, the trim piece goes on, the shifter goes on, shift boot, the shift ring, and all that stuff.
The other thing I forgot we had, we ordered these a long time ago, but these made their way to the paint shop and everything, but these are replacement tweeters for the door areas here. The factory MR2 upgrade audio option, I guess, had a factory tweeter that bolts in here. So Ricky and I are actually going to try to retrofit these into the factory brackets, which is a pretty cool upgrade, I think.
And this car is actually going to sound pretty good because I know we replaced the front speakers. You made the custom brackets for the rear, so this thing's going to bump pretty good, which is pretty nice and kind of different. Like my E36 does not have a good sound system, so this thing's going to be very streetable and should be a lot of fun. Yeah. So both MR2s that we had, this is broken.
Yeah, and it's a super common thing for 90s sports cars because plastic technology was garbage.
Really like
heaven, really rusty.
Yeah, I know they have this in the black plastic. That pretty much looks like OEM, and they also have a carbon fiber one. And then the other piece is this little insert that Wilhelm Racing. What's
cool is, you know, without this in here, you see all the crap back there. Once you lay this in, you put a little two-sided tape in there so it doesn't rattle around, and bam, it's all blocked off.
It looks really nice. Let's toss that steering wheel on there. Woo!
So, spent the last hour or so just kind of tidying up this area. The last previous owner of this car actually cut the factory wiring harness. So I went ahead and cleaned it up as much as possible. Got our new harness connector on here and got this to where it can tuck out of the way and it'll plug back into our head unit right here and let our head unit not have to be squishing things in there. So that's good. The other thing I need to do yet before I can put the head unit in is I need to route the wired microphone for the hands-free calling. So I'll put that up to here. So I'll have to route that underneath and through the pillar.
And then it starts to get exciting when you're putting the shift boot back on and all that.
So. Yeah, and Big Jeff modified our factory tweeter mounts. Hopefully next week when we get back in the shop, we'll be able to mount our new tweeters on the factory mounts and then put the factory covers over, and you'll never even know that they're not factory, which is awesome.
It's pretty cool. One other thing that was also in a previous video that we haven't really discussed too much is we did bring the door panels up to SOS Customs in Oceanside, and they're gonna be repairing the vinyl and also making a kind of a cool little custom insert. I really like what Mickey and Oscar were working on, but you guys will have to wait to see that. So we'll go ahead and set you guys down on a time lapse, and Mickey's gonna bust this out, and then once everything is installed, we'll do a nice little cinematic of the interior because it's really coming together. Really is gonna look nice, and then that's gonna be it for today's video. And then we have some fun. Then the motor comes out. Real quick, I wanted to show you guys some new parts came in. These are the turn signals. So we decided to go with kind of a smoked look and replace these really dingy yellow lights. And we also have these guys here, which are the depot side markers, and those are in smoked as well. One thing that we did notice is that it actually looks like it's kind of like molded. It has this black plastic, whereas ours is painted. So we may look into seeing if Doug can paint these for us just so it matches. I don't really like the black contrast, and I think the rest of the trim being painted, this definitely needs to be body color. All right.
I'm gonna set it in there for now, make sure we got power and everything.
That's one tip that I always forget to do is,
that's a good sign.
Before you bolt everything in, check it, test it. We got power, so we did something right.
Our tweeters are not in, our door speakers are not in, so we may not actually be able to test the audio, but I know we plugged directly into the factory wiring harness, so hey, you just rock. This is really nice. I like it. Should we sync a phone to it?
You're connected? Decent. Is that yours? That's your phone?
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I might need to replace those.
Yeah. There we go. Wow. That looks freaking awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
That's what's up. Custom bracket. Look how tight
Look at
that
that. Nice. Hey, real quick, guys. We are in the market for a new climate control unit. You can see the buttons faded here. Look at that.
A little short on volts there, boys.
10.6 volts. That ain't looking so good. Let's go ahead and grab the little shifter plate.
Oh, right there, bro.
What? Ooh.
I was on a new label, OEM label kick from the manufacturer when I built the Bad Apple, and now the Honda. I've rubbed off on Ev a little bit. He went ahead and ordered up some genuine Toyota white label parts.
Love it.
Which are nice because, like me, Evan appreciates the crispy new stuff when you're in the car, which is, after all, where you spend all your time. So having that.
Does this go in first?
Yeah.
Shift boot. And this is one really cool thing. This is a TRD shift knob. Let me go ahead and open this up. All right, so this is a TRD shift knob, and I can't believe how small it is.
That's what she said.
I'm very excited to see how this feels in your hand. It is really tiny, but it is period correct. It's got a little carbon fiber on there, which looks pretty nice. And it's gonna look really nice with our OEM shift boot.
You're not gonna want to miss out on this. This is just such a crispy feeling. I hope I don't crack it.
Is it the right direction? Here we go. Ooh! You can't beat it.
It's not even real leather, but it's so exciting because it's just factory built.
One other little exciting bit is this car, I believe, has a short shifter in here.
Yes, it does.
I don't know.
The previous owner installed that bad boy.
Just kind of sandwiches down.
Yeah, well, there's these little feet right there. You go like that. Start from the front.
Oh man! Now
throw
here
the
we go.
TRDs on there. There she
Don't
is.
uh-oh me.
I had the same shift knob in my 86 Corolla for a while until I changed to the S2000 transmission, and then I had to go bye-bye.
What goes here?
These nuts.
This?
These nuts.
This needs the big
little knob.
Oh, but doctor, toss this baby on here one more time.
Money in there.
Yeah, that looks good.
It's like fat.
We just need a new one of these, and then
A new one of these, and we need this.
I think that's it. Or wait.
This actually has to go in before this.
All right. Look at that. Look at how short that shifter is too.
It's gonna be a ripper, dude. It feels so good.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's YouTube video. We have so much work to do, and there is so much content coming up. So if you're interested in the MR2 project, I really hope you're subscribed. And if you're not, take a second, do it, and turn on the post notifications. That way you are up to speed when we're posting a new video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end. See you in the next video.